Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Chief Meteorologist John Carroll.
The big story, well, there's two big stories. We have the unhealthy air and the significant number of new wildfires in the region. So let's get to it. Let's take a look at the unhealthy air. This is the Prineville Reservoir, and what you're noticing is a very, very hazy, or it's not really haze, it's smoke, a smoky haze off in the distance. I guess we could use both words there for that. Same scenario, Black Butte Ranch. Nobody is avoiding any of this smoke. It is pretty much surrounding the region. And here is another look around the area. This is Mount Bachelor. And in the foreground, obviously, you can see that there's some clearing, but it doesn't last long because the further you look, the more smoke you see as we are getting into the dangerous air quality scenario. We had it today, and we're going to continue with it. I already showed it to you. It's worth another mention. Rain is on the way, so we have a changing pattern ahead, a big dip in the temperature profile. That is good news for us, and that also helps with the firefighters, the cooler air, the moisture in the atmosphere. Now, that also helps to lay down those fires, so hopefully they'll get a good handle on it with the cooler and wetter pattern on the way. But right now, we have this to deal with. Very unhealthy air in Lapine, Bend, and Sisters, unhealthy in Prineville, Redmond, and Sun River. So this is what happens when you have the very unhealthy air. What is going on with this? It is problematic. We have a health alert. The risk of health effects has increased, not just for the elderly or those with respiratory issues. It's for everyone. So mask up, take the appropriate precautions, stay indoors as much as you can. Current fires, let's give you the big broad brush view. The Shoe Fly fire up in Wheeler County, the Rail Ridge fire, the Mega fire, that is generally off to the east in Grant. The Wiley Flat, which is 50 miles from our 47 miles from Bend. We have Firestone, Flat Top, and here are a lot of the newer ones. These small red dots, those are hot spots and small fires, all speckling through these complexes, the Willamette Complex and the Bachelor Complex. They are problematic, and that's what's throwing the smoke our way. We have winds that aren't all that robust. They're relatively light, about 14 and 15 miles an hour in Redmond and Prineville, but here is the change. We have the spotty storms coming through tomorrow to the east of us, and then in Portland, we're going to be seeing some showers ahead of a cold front. And then at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, a lot of rainy conditions move through the region, followed by much cooler air. This blue line here is a cold front, meaning that the air behind that will be cooler. So here's the big picture. Once again, same scenario with the radar. I'm just going to zoom in closer. We have problems in Portland late on Tuesday. But look at this heavy rain all the way from Jefferson County up in through Crook County, right near the Wiley Flat fire, and all of the fires, the complexes, the Willamette and the Bachelor Complex are going to see some heavy rain before we get that cool pattern coming on in. All right, let's look at some numbers. 87 and 84 right now in Redmond and Bend, respectively. We have temps in the 70s and 80s right now, but still hot up in Warm Springs at 95. Mid-50s expected for tomorrow morning. Forecast lows are in the 30s and 40s and highs tomorrow, exactly where we're about today. A little bit cooler tomorrow with 80s and 70s. 65 on Wednesday, 67 Thursday. Fall feel after the weekend. That's a look at your local alert weather.